you have a question, raise your hand and Reagan will pass you a mic and we'll get started. Seth Mendelson.
Guys, thanks for being here. My first question is, do you think the grind got to Army after, starting with the Notre Dame game, you had one tough game after another, and you did not have a week off to prepare for this game, while they did get a week off. And you guys, of course, played in the championship game last week.
We talked about that all week. Those were just excuses that we could have used, but we didn't, and that's not the reason we lost today. We just didn't execute. We got outplayed by the team we played.
Ken Kraser.
Bryson, what did Navy do to slow down the offense today?
They played really hard. They had a really good plan coming in, and we just didn't hit the plays we needed to. They hit the big plays and we didn't. And we turned the ball over. I turned the ball over too much, and that's how you lose games. Not executing, giving the other team the ball, and not hitting big plays when you need them. So it was really a bunch of self-inflicted wounds, and you can't win big games like that playing like that.
Ken, go ahead.
Ken Kreitzer, Canvas Media. Bryson, just in the second possession, you had the interception, but then you came back and you had a touchdown pass to Aiden Reed. How did it just feel today on trying to throw the ball?
We weren't effective enough throwing the ball. I made too many mistakes, too many bad decisions. Especially late in the game, I felt myself pressing. That led to bad decisions. We can't put ourselves in a hole early to where we have to rely on the pass like that. So just a lot of bad decisions on my part, and I take full responsibility for that.
And Cody or Max, why was it tough to contain Navy quarterback Blake Horvath? He had the 204 yards, two touchdowns, and for two. Max?
It's pretty dynamic. He's able to make plays when plays aren't there to be made. That's what he did tonight. They blocked better than us, tackled better than us. So, the hole's pretty big. Able to hit it. We're not playing hard enough. Dynamic enough to make us kind of expose us. He's a good player, but yeah, we just didn't fit where we not fit.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Matt Tricknoy from Herb FM Sports Radio. Mr. Bryson, what are some positives you can take from this season?
Obviously, it's been a great season. We've played a lot of good games. Fought through some things. Still a very positive season overall. We're happy. How the first 12 games went. Extremely disappointed tonight. Hard to see those positives right now, but still been a very positive season for Army football.
And also, what are some lessons that you guys can learn from tonight's game, moving yourself forward?
One thing we're focusing on is just getting the little things right. Messed up a lot of little things today and throughout the week, maybe in practice, and that shows up on the field. So, and just for those younger guys, feeling this loss, feeling this pain, and just never letting it happen again.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Ken, go ahead.
Just ask Cody Winokur, just your emotions as a senior. It's disappointing, but when you look at the season, what do you feel about what the team accomplished?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'll just say how proud I am of these guys. And, I have two tremendous human beings sitting next to me, extremely good football players. Kyle Lewis, who's also one of our captains, got injured in the game earlier this season. Everybody pours their heart and soul into everything we're doing. I have full trust in our coaching staff, and we've got the right guys for the job. One thing that I just told our team in the locker room was that we can't forget how we win here, and it's been masked a little bit by the amount of success that we've had in terms of maybe complacency creeping in, or there's no detail too small in a successful organization. Some of that stuff gets overlooked when you have success. So, we're talented. We have a talented group of guys, but we're not so talented that we can just roll the ball out and beat anybody we play. As we saw tonight, we got out-coached, we got outplayed. From an emotional
emotion standpoint, just to that point of being outcoached and outplayed, like we didn't give ourselves the chance to even put ourselves in a position to use that emotion, if that makes sense. We just continuously didn't play to our standard. That wasn't the product that we had played with all year, put out on the field. Not necessarily a representation of our program, but perception's reality. So that's what we put out on the field. Thankfully, we have one more game to close out and send these seniors out the right way. But again, I just can't express how proud I am of these dudes and how we carried our team this season. Keeping everybody together, going through West Point, and to the point of your point of the short turnaround time. Like sometimes that's what it takes. And that's what the U.S. Army calls for you to do. And some people will have multiple days, weeks, months to prepare for you, and then you only have 4 short days to get it done. That's our job, and we're accountable for that. And tonight we didn't get it done, so that's frustrating. But thankfully we play them every year, and we'll get another shot. Next year they're going to get our best shot.
Anyone else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.